pulls it in at the 13. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
This one swung out here to Jones. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Sebastian Joseph Day drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. The kick by Crosby is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They go play action with Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Rashawn Gary coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Rolling to his right. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Hey, exit. 6,
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Jones. It got his man complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chuck. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the...
You fucking suck, bruh.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be...
You got the better team, right? You built this team, right? You fucking suck. This shit boring.
So he's got to take this feedback that he's
Nigga, look at this offense, bro. Shut the fuck up. You trash. This shit boring as fuck. Hey, shut your ass up.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick.
Say what?
Another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A good gain on.
I don't give a fuck.
Was 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
I just got this team 3 weeks ago, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Incomplete. 1 second left to go.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. The final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Pulls it in at the 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously...
Shut your bitch ass up. What you gonna do, rat? The fuck up.
Rodgers gonna go on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real
You want to play for money right now?
Boy, possession here turns over with a football.
Let's play for 50 right now.
In the red zone.
Let's play for 50.
1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
All right, let's play for 100 then, bitch.
Out of the gun.
You trash, nigga.
Inside the 10 at the 8.
You trash. You trash. You about to lose your bread, dickhead.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with the backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after him, put the pressure.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On first down, it's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Oh, he gets free left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught on the slant, and it's a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
17. Packers 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Robinson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line. 60 Pittsburgh.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So First and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, seam six.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Kingsley Keke just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
44 Go. Hey, Wahoo!
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the
Tell them we won't be playing for that cash, bum boy.
right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Bro, this is a franchise league.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one.
Bro, I just did. Fuck you talking about?
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Packers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
You see the game tag, bro? Send it.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback.
Nah, nigga, you know what's up, bro. Fuck out of here. You trash as shit. You trash as shit. So now you bitching. Now you bitching to play for the cash.
With your opposite hand while you're trying to run.
Yeah, now you bitching. Alright, so I'm gonna send it after this shit for 100.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that.
Alright.
Maybe they didn't have enough
You gonna burn and leave the league. You gonna burn and leave the league.
came up short in that fourth quarter.
You gonna burn and leave the league right around playoff time. Right around playoff time too.
Hands it off out of the gun.
That's a fake player. That's a fake player.
25. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right.
He's starting to fall into the cap.
Yo. That's cool, bitch. You see who I'm rocking with.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And able to get this out to the 25. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Jackson. First down and more for Jackson. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field.
You ain't gonna win, pussy.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick
You see your nut ass game plan. That shit gonna be locked up real quick. Fuck out of here.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake. Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jones. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown.
Pussy ass nigga. Fuck out of here.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return is Duvernay. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Dean Lowry able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. To try again after the sack. Jackson eluding the pressure right. First, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Odafe Oweh. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 50 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes Cobb. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rodgers. sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Now, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he wisely will throw that one away. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. From just shy of midfield, Jackson flushed out right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And in for the Ravens touchdown. For a tight end, he can definitely motor. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here's Lewis. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to put
He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way down. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Buying time to his left. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jackson on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Here comes Cobb. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
Yeah, showed it right there outside of the pocket and on the money. On first down, Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. And even 40 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action, Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for